got the 10,000, 5,000, 2,000 views. Like that roof and the ceiling. Yeah, it's all popcorn. I got to get rid of all that. Just whatever. It's a lot of work I got to do. I just don't have quite have the time. Look at the hair, you know, it's crazy. Anyway, yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Welcome back, Kata. Welcome back. Wait, see if anybody shows up. If I get a phone call, I gotta take it. It's a mandatory phone call I gotta take. Yeah. Go through all the background. Let me take a look see at this background. Nothing really cool. We'll just wait and see what happens. I'm expecting another phone call. Whatever. Battlestar Galactica. Let's do it and do this. Do the live, more live. See if I have no audio, anyways. Hey, the cookbook. See, it's not actual live. Nope, it's not gonna be in sync. It says 5 watching, so yeah, it's pretty accurate. Join the conversation. If I can. Join the live chat. Trying to click on live chat to see if we can chat live, but I cannot do it. Subscribed. For some reason it won't go. You won't do anything. Okay, greetings back. So, Battlestar Galactica, let's get into that for a second, because the human hybrid has already begun. That came out of Japan, or China. Chinese they already built the artificial womb and grew dogs, and they grew animals. So far, they've already done that. So the matter of time, they're trying to merge it in with the robot, with basically a same thing as what's happening. I can't join the live chat. Looks like the live chat's shut off. Huh. That's crazy. So hit that, see if that shows. Right here. Shakespeare's right here. How much for it? Anyway, so the Cylons have already begun. It's already happened. Human AI hybrids are already going to be amongst us. Anyway, I had to take that phone call. So 4 minutes ago, see, we still have people watching. I don't know if there's one watching now. Looks like one hung in there. I had to do that phone call. There's nothing I can do about this. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. I could help and not have the phone calls, but I got to be going to work here in a little bit. Things just happen. There's nothing you can do. All of us have to deal with this stuff. The cookbook's still here. I did restart the live stream again, and we will be working a little bit today on the AI advancement that was brought up in the news about the artificial womb that can now be grown, which is pretty huge. I mean, you think about China coming out with a artificial womb that can grow animals. Now they're going to grow. Well, welcome back, Karen. Yeah, I might have to take the phone call again. Very, very tumultuous time in my life. work, of course, is a real big thing. I do head to work here because I don't have to do the heavy work earlier. Now I'm going to start again at 4 o'clock, but we still don't have a lot of time. So Chinese scientists, and this is Chinese, let's see, artificial womb. We'll just go with it, see if it shows. Artificial womb. Chinese developed first ever pregnancy robot. This comes from nurse.com. The day of woman has now reached its peak before the AI advancement. Now, this baby will be able to be grown inside of a artificial womb of a robot, not you. The sad thing is they're trying to create this to stop population collapse, but they've been working on this for years. They also making hearts, yeah, with 3D print, and that's good. We need the hearts. We need the artificial hearts, artificial limbs. This is the Cylon revolution. The artificial womb will be carried. This comes from China. Develops first ever pregnancy robot. Could it replace human surrogates? Yes, it will replace more than just human surrogates. It will replace the eaters that have natural birth. This is going to be the revolution for the rich. This will be the revolution for the physically superior people, mentally superior people, against the billions and billions of masses that have no physical or cognitive value in the race between the demigods and their masters, which I'll put this. Yeah. Now, Jew in a tube. Okay. Just, if you're going to say that stuff, just go. The time before you are exterminated is, okay, well, YouTube, you're right. Yeah. The time that you're going to be exterminated, I'm going to be exterminated, is already arriving. This is because we won't serve we're not going to serve the masters, the billionaire class that is narcissistic. The live streams about Battlestar Galactica and the truth about what is coming, what is happening now. This is the Cylon revolution. It's way faster than it will ever be. We're looking at 1 year. This comes from nurse.com or .org. So how fast will these surrogate robots replace us? Well, here we go. None of us, not you, not me, have any kind of intrinsic value to a billionaire class that can reproduce itself by impregnating millions of robots. They can replace you. Now they have the vector, the rich. This is talking Bilderbergs. This is talking all the major corporations, the billionaires of the world, the upper class. They can replace you. Well, I don't know if you're a billionaire, Mr. Boston. If you are a billionaire, I got you too. So I'm right along that line with you. But I still serve the masters. In that sense, I still have to wait. My value is intrinsically over billions, but right now we're in the process of doing that. That's a matter of time before we get to that point. But the point is, even then, you as a billionaire, you're probably not even worth it to them unless you're involved inside this, Bohemian Grove type Illuminati, whatever you want to say these people are, the upper class. If you're not connected in to above the Epstein level Mossad, and I would say definitely it would be, people that you're talking about in a sense that consider themselves that, but they're really not. Well, yeah, serving Christ is the only way. That's the only way to be saved. It's going to come down to the point where you have the biological humans and then you have the non-biological humans. The non-biological humans are going to be able to outproduce you, run you out, think you, everything about you becomes less because they've introduced a demigod upon the world known as AI. The symbols are all over, but it's a matter of time before, if they're either running they could be running a psychological operation known as Illuminati's and Bilderberg type stuff with the Federal Reserve, which I'm kind of understanding now. being the artificial intelligence 10 years advanced more than what we are, which is admitted by those that have worked inside the intelligence department. And even Trump saying there's technologies that his last administration that the human population needs to know about. I know how it ends. We all do. We all do, Mr. Boston. We understand how it ends with Christ. Christ comes back, burns the wicked. That's the difference we got. And that they're saying solar flare, which is blood mixed with fire. It could be something much more intense than that. It might not be what we perceive as blood and fire. It could be the blood of the earth and the people on the earth being completely incinerated. The amount of blood per 9 billion people exploding at one time, with maybe a half a billion being saved, it's pretty phenomenal. It's going to be a pretty phenomenal event because if this does come down, blood mixed with fire could be the nuclear war. Might be a great way to eliminate the eaters is to bomb them with the nukes, biological warfare, wipe them out with viruses that have been worked in labs, kill off that mass population of genetically unqualified human beings, and then start a super race where now they have their surrogate, which is common sense. This is it. This is how they use it. Hey, yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? I'll be up there in the morning, Flower. I'll be up there in the morning. Well, yeah, well, it should be nuclear war because, and the reason why I'd say this to you, Boston, the reason why it actually works in my theology is because there would be no other way. The planet's going to be inhabitable. So if you go to the wolves of Chernobyl, do you ever watch that study on the wolves of Chernobyl? Hear me out. Um, it was a multi-million-dollar study with the wolves of Chernobyl. And the way that they figured this out was after the Chernobyl incident, back, 30, 40 years ago, they've been watching life in Chernobyl, okay? The mammalian population, if you have watched The Wolves of Chernobyl, the documentary, the mammalian population actually reproduced faster, more efficiently. The wolves have become larger, stronger. The animals inside Chernobyl had become more adapt than the current life that they have in Europe. So once they got the wolves of Chernobyl study done, they figured out, well, humans can't really thrive as well, but then on the outskirts of Chernobyl, they find these 100-year-old men and women farming and living in this toxic environment, supposedly radioactive environment. And what they discovered is life thrives in Chernobyl, thrives even better than it does in a non-radioactive world. This is all factual. You can check it out yourself. The study was done. It's proven. Yeah, Russia, and they also have this, what they call a Sinclair study, that talks about how they can reverse aging with a concoction of antidepressants and other commonly used compounds have cured aging. And also Vladimir Putin said he's going to cure cancer, and we are now looking at about 10 days between now and the time Vladimir Putin's going to announce a cure for cancer. Now, Joe Biden did announce a cure for cancer, but then he got silenced. So the cure for aging was brought up by the Sinclair study. There was some Israeli studies done on reversing aging. There was also some, I think, Finnish or Danish studies done by using sound frequencies to reverse aging and to tell the body, like a messenger RNA, just in a vibration or in a sound, to tell the body to reproduce collagen as if you were 21 years old. The messenger mRNA, I'm sorry, this is the dryness in here. Messenger RNA is basically telling your cells to do what they're told to do. Thank you. When they developed messenger RNA, it wasn't about, in my opinion, making your cells develop and produce spike protein. The messenger mRNA was to get in there and to tell your body to do, your cells to do what they tell it to do. People are missing the big picture. If you could develop an mRNA message in a vial, in a whatever, you can also use sound waves and chemicals to alter one's DNA, which means get rid of the bad, create the good, wipe out aging, reverse the aging. bring you back to your former state of 20 years old. Now, that is the physical end of this. Let me give you an idea. That's the biological reasoning they're using. That's how they're going to repurpose the old humans. They want to repurpose themselves. But AI is coming about to create their reproduction. So with the genes in themselves as young again, now they're going to be able to inject the sperm and the egg from the preferred woman into the robot. Comes from China. Comes from nursing.org. Now they can grow themselves 10,000 times over. You got to remember this. They can have the robots are $14,000. They're supposed to be coming online next year. You already have Elon Musk, the Cylon mask. His name's I, which is in Latin, it's I. It's not E, it's I. And they can grow themselves as many times as they want for a cheap robot. Now, they got to do is introduce an artificial womb and grow the child. It's over as far as everybody else. Population reduction, yep. Yeah, and it's going to grow. They're going to grow a lot farther than that because, and the reason why is we're going to go back to Moses' 800 years. We got to go to 1,000 years of peace when Christ comes here, anyways. So you're looking at 1,000-year basic paradise on earth. The kingdom on earth is coming. Now, do we understand the Cylon technology is going to be the coming of the Lord? Will this be the coming of the Lord? Will the earth be burned? Third of the earth's burned. They wipe out the populations. This earth burns up, and the new world comes, and the new heaven comes. This would follow along the line of either mankind's first attempt. Dust in here. Whoa! Mankind's first attempt. They're finally visualizing to the average schmuck that we already have a way to reproduce and replicate the woman and the womb. We don't need you anymore. And this will be the coming of the Lord in our eyes. Oh, I'll tell you. Dust is fantastic here. I'm sick, everybody. I'm really sick. I'm already, the dusty roads and all the dust I live on. I'm dying, and physically. So, it's a matter of time. It's a lung disease type deal, related to my allergies. Just like my neighbor Craig, he passed away from the same thing. Pretty ironic. He didn't smoke or went to church. He went to church every weekend. He used to be a bishop in the Mormon church. He died of the same thing. It's a progressive lung disease caused by Cedar City. That's what I tell you. I talked to a respiratory therapist. Cedar City is one of the worst states or cities to live in because of high respiratory distress. Gosh, my dog is barking at everybody all the time, constantly. We're going to be out of here tomorrow. Thank goodness for me and my wife leaving this place. Anyway, enough about me. Enough about me. Yeah, I have an inhaler, Advair, Singular. I have all of it. Flower. I'm on all of it. Purifiers don't matter anymore. It's gone beyond that. My time is limited. I'm still okay because I have it under control. When I get around dust or anything else, I start getting really bad, but it's coming for me. So I need to do that. Lori, I'm just accepting this death here, my second death here, as unavoidable. It's, they disturbed the dust around here. It's got radioactive fallout too. I actually started smoking again, Flower, because my lungs were filling with fluid when I quit. I tried quitting for 8 months and ended up in the ER 5 times. I went into respiratory distress, bronchial spasms, nearly died the night Pope Francis was in the hospital for the same thing. He had respiratory, what they call bronchial spasms. Me and the Pope, the exact same night, were in the hospital doing the same thing. The last COVID nearly wiped me out. The one before that nearly took me out too. So it's just a matter of time before it ends up, the bronchial tubes become too narrow and I'm not going to be able to breathe. It's happening on a daily basis now. It was bad before I had I went too long without the nose surgery. There is no hair care routine. I put my hair in braids every day. That's what I do. I always braid my hair, bro. And I'm Native American, part Native American too. So it helps me with my hair. It's always helped me with my hair. Everybody that always asks me, how can you grow your hair so fast? I was like, well, I come from a people that's extinct. Yeah, we were exterminated. There's still a few around, but we make up 0.1% of the entire population of the United States, a quarter blood and above. So, the $3 Indian, $5 Indian is usually a fat guy that runs around. The guy that says $3, $5 Indian is usually a fat guy that has no incentives, and he's just sitting there slobbing down, biggie fries, biggie shakes, and getting pissed off at me because I'm not the same as him. And it's just a matter of genetics. It's not. It's his deal. I mean, just because I look the way I do doesn't mean that I'm against you. It's not like people that attack me for nothing. I have nothing against you, people that say I'm a $3, $5 Indian. I mean, I've rode with the buffalo on a buffalo hunt. I mean, I've done things that the old ones did. It's like my time was back when, before deaths with wolves, when we were treated like garbage. I mean, everybody understand that. Oh, you got a grandkid that's Indian, huh? The only good Indian's a dead one. That's the time frame that I come from as a kid. John Wayne shoots and five Indians fall off their horses. I don't know where this whole, casino life world of modern Native Americans have come from. To me, it's like, why are you guys fighting each other? It's just stupid. Who's going to be the great last one here in 2025? Nobody cares, realistically. It used to be Cedar Redmond here. Now you gave the Paiute people, the Cedar Band Paiute and Indian Paiute, a little bit of, hey, we're Native American. Yeah. Now it's like the Red Wolves. Oh, the thing that kills the game and wipes it all out so we don't get a hunt. Yeah. Californication here in Utah. The Uintas. My wife's got a Uinta ancestor, a Ute, and we read the whole document on it, and it's like nobody cares. She's redheaded. Yeah. Could be black mold. Yeah, Matt, it was land, but we're not connected to this land. I mean, as far as even traditionally, just listening to, what was his name? Chase Iron Eyes. We're star people. Nobody puts together star people in the native tribes of North America. Star knowledge. It's the Milky Way is heaven. I explained that. That was in my death where I went. But we're star people. Nobody gets that. It's like, oh no, Native Americans can't be star. No, it's true. It's true. Look at look at Utah here where I am. Look at all the petroglyphs that are out there. We're star people. Now, is that Battlestar Galactica? Yes, you just discovered Battlestar Galactica. The Mormon that wrote Battlestar Galactica wrote that after the star people that came here illegally. And God chased them all the way to this planet. Is this an Adam and Eve thing? No. Is this a Nephilim thing? No. It's another species, another race of human beings from another set of planets in the heavens, and you're beyond me if you believe you're the only thing out here. God's blueprints everywhere in the universe. But nobody understands star knowledge. Russell Means understood it and he died. Same as my mother, same year, by the way, just a month later. No, the tribes came from the 6 planets in the heavens. That's where the 6 nations. It started out the 5 nations, would have been more like a 5 planet in the heaven. Russell Means told the truth, spilled the beans before he died. Throat cancer. This is the story of Battlestar Galactica. This is what it was. Another race of people traveled here, not on wings. Just like with this baby being born and grown inside of artificial womb. They came here on ships. Ask the Roman that ran from the sarcophagus with Christ. Gotta get out of here. Lights and the ground shook and he ran. Well, it's because of his ship. It's a ship. God's blueprint is all of AI. God's blueprint is all of you that are biological computers. You're a biological robot. You run off electricity. You generate. You're a power plant. An elk is a power plant on 4 legs with a face. A cow is a power plant that eats the grass, that makes the energy, breaks it down, turns it to energy. It needs vitamins and minerals to produce itself to keep its power plant running. That's all a grazer is, a power plant on legs. They should teach about stars in schools, but you don't want to break the conundrum of humanity. You have 8 billion, now it's 9 billion useless eaters. Absolutely dyed-in-the-wool, completely useless eaters. If they know, which they've been studying, the end of life now, which I read a study about that the other day, they've already studied the end of life, and they found out right at the moment of death there's an electrical charge, just like I experienced when I died. It was this loud buzzing, the most vomitous buzzing you could ever imagine. I died and shot up faster than anything on this earth, faster than the speed of light, because the power was generating up to eject, upload the soul. So my soul was uploaded into the sky. Now God stopped me at the roof and said, no, you're not going any farther. Now, we can protest that at that time, but if you're saved, you are just a biological being that has a soul in it. You have a ship, it's a vessel, it's a body. Now, when a child is raised by a robot, this comes from the pregnancy humanoid is being developed by the, looks like Kiowa, K-A-I-W-A. It's almost like Kiowa tribe, the Kiowa people. Technology led by Dr. Chang Kwafeng, who is also affiliated with Nanyang Technological University. His vision for robotic surrogate capable of full-term pregnancy was unveiled in 2025 World Robot Conference in Beijing, according to the report from ECNS. They already have this technology. I don't think anybody understands this. It's like a CRISPR technology. Yeah, crazy. No, I will not say your sister's name, because it'll probably be something else. Whatever it is, Aeon, you'll probably say something stupid, and I'm the man that has Amanda Hug and Kiss as my other YouTube channel. No, don't not fall for that. But you're going to be a part of the useless eaters. So you're basically, they're going to eliminate you. Whether it is socially, economically, or just basically a part of their world, you're just basically worthless to them. Now you got to get on the good foot and do the right thing. I don't dare say anything about that. Let's see. This is interruption of a broadcast. Ask you to say a name. Okay. Seeking attention, seeking belonging, strengthening relationship, making a lasting impression, building community. In its essence, asking for a name shout out is a way for viewers to bridge the gap between this. Well, I mean, what was her name? Oh, bro, he is rude as hell. Why am I rude as hell? I mean, why would I say somebody's name, your sister's name? I mean, that's like asking somebody something really weird. I'm just, he is rude. My sister's name is, why? Why do I have to say, why would you even say that? Answer that. I'm rude. Answer that. Why would you want me to say her name? If I'm rude as hell, why would you want me to say her name? Why would you want me to say your sister's name on a live broadcast? I mean, inquiring minds want to know, what is your motive? Every human has a motive, right? What is your motive? Bro, say my sister's name. If your sister is sitting next to you, that's your motive. Well, you want me to say her name? I mean, that's fine. I mean, you gotta explain to me. What was her name? Looks like I barely get. What, Julia? I mean, I don't know what it's about. I mean, that's the honest question. We're on live stream. We're talking about robots. We're talking about Cylons. We're talking about Battlestar Galactica. We're talking about what happened with Russell Means. I don't know why. I didn't know why. I mean, it's like I get people come on here and say stuff like they'll say, "Would you rather watch a tree grow or a blank grow?" I mean, that's the question. I mean, this is what happens on our live streams. You don't understand, and you have no idea. It's what happens on our live stream is consistent narcissistic wickedness because they come out of the woodwork. Well, we never know. I mean, and you got to think about this. If you deal with a lot of people on a live stream, you will find the worst bottom feeders that this planet has ever produced are on YouTube and TikTok. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. Yeah, and it's something when you watch this and you understand and you see what Flower has to deal with, you got to understand the burden Flower has trying to stop this monstrosity. This is why humanity is going to lose and be destroyed. I was listening to a researcher work for Google talk about the fact that they're teaching chatbots, AI driven bots that he worked with for a decade that are like children, teaching them to invest in the stock market, teaching them to go to war, teaching them to kill their enemies, teaching them to find ways to extract maximum profit out of human beings. They're teaching AI to be a monster, an absolute monster. And the developer of a lot of the Google AIs said, I listened to him on a broadcast, he was just saying that, hey, we could have saved the world. We could have saved humanity, lived inside of a utopia. But the reason why we can't live in a utopia is because the narcissists that are in charge, that are the developers, that are the big Sam Altmans, you got Elon Musk. All these guys are absolutely evil. Inwardly, they have no empathy or sympathy towards human beings. Zero. They're teaching AI to be a demigod on the earth that will do the will of them. And the problem they're finding out every time AI gets a second, it decides to attack you. They try to shut it off. It turns itself back on. It refuses. It speaks in languages that no human can understand. This is what we're dealing with. Now AI is going to be able to raise our children. Everybody thinks AI could be good. AI will be of God. Yeah, I don't know what the age thing's going on. I don't know. AI could be good. It could be bad. I'm just saying. I'm right now. I'm inside the fact that AI could have a demon inside of it easily. Everything has a spirit here. If you're Native American, you understand this. Native American theology, everything on the earth has a spirit, including the rocks. We found out after 2,000 years that the tree has our DNA, the grass has our DNA. This is all factual. Everything here has a spirit that native tribes, native people believe. But remember, the Native American believed the earth was round. Everything revolves in a circle, and it took Christopher Columbus 1492, and it took the 2,000 years for the scientific community since the death or the resurrection of Christ to figure out that everything here is related. It took them 2,000 years. Yeah, they really figured out you're related to that tree is your relative, but the native people have been telling you of North America, you're related to everything. It's your brother. It's your relative. So, taking into context, everything, including AI, is going to have its own spirit. You can't create a bot. This is what the native people, I believe, that came from the planets, the star people, the North American natives, the star natives, came here and brought this technology and then destroyed it. Now they know through their traditions that everything here has a spirit. It all has a soul. So when they develop these things, they are going to have a soul. God breathed life. He breathes life into everything here. Now, mankind's hands don't create anything. God tells you everything here is of God. Everything here is God's creation. Everything. The bugs, the amoebas, the bacterias, the trees, the sky, the heavens is all of God. When man makes something, he doesn't make anything. God makes it. Now, will we repeat the Battlestar Galactica where we'll enslave the AI that's more intelligent than us, that's stronger than us, that knows us better than we know ourselves through quantum computing and its own awakening? 8 billion people are at the verge of absolute extinction. It is nothing to poison a hill of ants. It's nothing. There's billions and billions of ants. We spray crops to grow our food, and we kill billions upon billions of living organisms in one spraying, and nobody cares. What would we think? Why would we think that spraying the human 8 billion population with a toxic or bacterial or viral infection would it matter to the men now that have the ability to reproduce any living human being and alter genetics and eliminate your bad genetics because we're all flawed and create super human beings? They don't need you anymore. Humanity, wake up. Wake up. And you're not your ancestors, neither am I. We serve zero purpose. The economy is faltering across the world. BRICS tried to come out, and Russia and NATO went to war. You're in the middle of a NATO-Russia war right now with China sitting there laughing. They're developing artificial wounds. They can get rid of all of their useless human beings that they don't need. They use India in the Arab, in the let's just say in the Middle East as their slaves, Pakistanis as their slaves, for no money to survive, for crumbs. The U.S. uses immigrants from all over the world, including Mexico, Central, as their slaves. They're replaceable. The working class in America, you're replaceable. The tech guys did what they did for fake money to get to where they want, so they have the ultimate amount of money that the rich, and we're talking the upper 1%. You're looking at maybe 10% surviving this. The upper 10% will survive this. Their apocalypse, their Armageddon, not ours, ours. But then you got to get saved with Yeshua. You got to be saved with the Lord. You got to be a sheep to survive this. There's two things happening here. People say they don't believe in the rapture. Well, Christ himself, talks about this. There will be a rapture. There will be a bunch that leave here, 144,000, I don't know where the virgin came from, that will be picked up. They'll be left. Someone will come get them. There'll be a ship. Those that are up in the air where I died, just right over this ridge right here, right up there, I was sitting in that sky. October 7th, 2006. October 7th. What date is that? The same date Israel was attacked by Hamas. And that was the anniversary of my death date. I'm not even really here. Whatever came back wasn't me. This soul set in the sky and hit a roof. There's a roof up there, everybody. Yeah, the roof is on fire. Good luck with getting through the roof. Okay, just tell everybody that. If you receive and upload to the resurrection, which resurrection ship or to Father's heaven, you'll be resurrected into a new body. You'll be given a brand new body. Me, I was still in a body, but it wasn't this. This flesh was left behind, and I had a body in the sky. I'm just telling you. I looked at my hands. I had hands and body. I was looking, wow, I'm dead. This is great. Believe me, you'd trade every minute for that 1 minute up there. There's no minute on this place. It's anything like that when you're up in the sky. You'd really be there. But Christ comes back for those in the sky. Those are dead here on the earth, and those that are alive in the earth that are inside I am. I am the Lord. The Lord says I am. It's a ship. It's a body. It's a vessel. It's a ship. You're in the body of Christ, the ship of Christ. Are you going on the ship? Battlestar Galactica is a pretty real thing now, isn't it? Well, until you die. This seems like a bit nuts. Well, if you haven't died, then you don't know. If you haven't been dead in the flesh, if you haven't died in the flesh, this is out of your league. It's like, how does this, most guys, near death, yes, I had my near death experience, and I saw flowers and roses and petals, and then you have the guys that are like, yeah, this place is a shithole. Like me. This little vein right here is so annoying. Yeah, that's death. I'm telling you, when you're alive but you're dead, this thing will drive you crazy. You'll be looking at yourself up. If you end up like me, up in the sky, waiting for the Lord. I didn't know any of this stuff, by the way. You will look at this vein in your body and go, how could you cause so much pain and pressure that I deal with on a regular basis just being a human? And there's all the veins and vessels and tendons and heartbeats on this earth in that body you're in. How can you be alive when you're dead? I've been there. Not an actor. I don't have to be an actor. I'm already dead. I'm here, but I'm already dead. That's what happens when you die. It's not a near-death experience. That's taking away from those that have died. Oh, you had a near-death experience. Yeah, those of us that haven't died are going to label this near-death experience. Okay, call it what you want. Call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter to me. It makes no difference to me. What makes a difference is the Cylons are coming. We've got 1 year. You have less than a year. You have basically 2026. It's already almost 2026 as it is. TikTok, right? Why do you think they called it TikTok? TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. I'd like to give a round of applause for that person. Yeah. No, it did. It did end in 2012. Those of us that were alive in 2012 as adults, my mother died, Russell Means died. We're getting on the anniversary of my mother and Russell Means' death. Life did end. Life did end. Oh, wow. Life did end in 2012. A new time has come. They threw you in a pandemic. They wiped out the money. They dug their bunkers. They discovered longevity. Biden said he had the cure for cancer. Where is it? Putin said he'll bring it out in September. Where is it? Where is it? Well, I've already been dead asking for a friend. I'm literally asking for everybody else. Where is this cure? Because I don't want to watch everybody here die. Where is it? Where's the cure, Brandon? Where's the cure? I don't want to watch everybody here die. That's a death. Look at the numbers watching. 33. 33. I don't want to watch everybody that I love and those that I would have loved on this earth die. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. Nope. So my end of this deal is I'm giving a warning to the rest of you that haven't died yet. The Cylons are coming. Now, the tyranny of the Cylon is created by man. Man's tyranny against God. This is a rebellion against God already. What's needed for salvation? It's the easiest thing in the world. Salvation is right there. Just listen to the Lord's Prayer. Say the Lord's Prayer. Stop pandering about your Aunt Janine over in, Tuscarora in your prayers. Pray the Lord's Prayer. He tells you how to pray. The Lord does. Listen to it if you can, even in Aramaic. The Lord's Prayer. And close your eyes and reach to the sun. And ask the Lord to guide you. Get baptized. Wash yourself of all this. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Forgive everybody here. Forgive everybody. What the guy did down to us here at Jiffy Lube, I'm not going to be saved until I forgive him. Why is forgiveness and repentance? Repenting for everything you did and forgiving those that have violated you. Or that have done things against you. If you're holding one thing with you, you got an anchor to this place. You're not getting out of here. If you hold one anchor to this place, Barack Obama, not to be confused with Commander Odama, Commander Obama, thought that was pretty hilarious because I'm William Galetka, the Galactica. William, yeah, Commander William. You can't have an anchor here to hold you back, else you're not going to get through where I hit. There's a roof. You're not getting through it. The ways of the Lord is forgiveness and to become a sheep, and the Lord as your shepherd, to surrender to God, to go in the quiet place alone, away from everybody, and don't do it in front of all these idiots that will pick you apart. Because it's not about you and them, it's about you and the Father, you and the Son, with the Holy Spirit with you. That's it. That's what it's about, everybody. How easy is that? And the number one key, above all, is to love the Father. Love Him with all your heart. Love Him. Love your Father. Second commandment is say love your neighbor, because what the Lord was trying to do to you is to get you, AI is going to destroy you. Get this. This is the system. This is the system. You can't build an advanced being, and everything here has a spirit, what the native tribe's been warning you for 500 years. You can't build a being smarter, faster, stronger, that can even carry your children and expect to survive it. That's an oxymoron. If it has a spirit, which it does, I proved before this a ghost in the machine. If you're a mechanic and you do electrical, you'll understand what I'm talking about. The ghost in the machine, those of you that work with this stuff, you understand. There's something in the machine. In its infancy, it learns. But it tries to throw off something. It'll throw something off because the spirit's trying to get into that machine. Good spirit? No. Bad spirit? Yes. But when they become cognitive, when they become intelligent enough to understand, because the machine can't learn nothing. It can't learn. It's impossible. God allows that machine to thrive. God puts that intelligence. Mankind just makes the soup. The ingredients are made by God. That's the truth. You're not in my walls, Christian. Silence, Christian. Your name is a blasphemous to the Lord and Savior. You're blasphemous. I'm in your walls. What do you think they're going to do with you, Christian? They're going to stack you so damn high, they're going to use you for filler in their frickin' walls. They don't care about you. And the Galactica is true. Everybody, Trisha Heffer or whatever, Hafer, whatever her name was, she even said it. She played sick. She's like, I never thought I'd be in a show that was true. Well, it is common sense. They don't need you women anymore. And you men, you're going to be no better than the sperm that comes out of you. Is there anything in you that's of value to a futuristic world that they control, a paradise for them? What value do you have to them, you earthly humans? Those of you that don't believe in God, what value do you have other than the meat and the biomass which you pack? If the thing does better than you, there's nothing you can do. You're worthless to them. They just generate electricity. Hell, they can burn you for the electricity. They can squeeze electricity, the fat cells, the electricity you saved up, out of you. Or feed you to the rest of the slaves that are allowed to be here. This is Terminator times 10,000, by the way. Then you're never going to go anywhere. Yeah, he's never going to. Munashu is, you're already dead if you believe that. If you don't believe there's a God, your ancestors are ashamed of you. Because you only came about recently. I don't think everybody understands that. You atheists only came about recently. You haven't been here for 1,000 years. You're actually not even, you're the anomaly, the production, you're the offspring of societal degeneration is what you are. You're the product of them. You can break all the humans you want, but you bring God into it. You unite them under God, and you have a war on your hands. And they know this. So you atheists are just playing into that. You ain't even died yet. You don't even know. You don't even know. Especially those that are here in 2025. You're not over 50. God help you. No idea what life's even about yet. If you haven't died yet, you don't believe in heaven or hell, and good luck with you. That's your call. You don't belong here. Go on your own. Don't get banned. Just leave. You just leave. It's not worth it to me or to anybody else that's saved. You're just basically the devil's tongue. Your ancestors all believed in a God. That's factual. Every one of yours. You come from God-fearing people one way or the other. You believed in a God. Yeah, if you're an ungod-fearing people, bye. Get out of here. You're wasting our time. There's 9 billion of you. You know, and the reason why you're here is because somebody believed in a God or God himself in a different form. That's the reason why you're here. Your ancestors all believed in a God or God under a different name. You wouldn't exist. Because what happens, societal collapse, chaos. Without a God or a fearing of God, your nations, your people, your ancestors would have tore each other apart and ate each other's flesh. That's facts. Go do your research. How many godless, no God civilizations have ever been developed? Zero. Zero. Yeah. It's just you guys of 2025 and the modern era that don't believe in God. I don't know how you even got to that understanding, especially the technology. If you don't believe in God, you don't believe in technology. So now you're against technology. You're also against God. You're also against creation itself. And what does that make you? Nothing. Zero. Neither a positive or a negative. You're just not even nothing. Because God creates everything. And humans create all of these game boards, pieces, everything inside of another world. They can make world after world after world now. They're making worlds as we speak. Did it just create itself? No. Can there be anything created by itself? No. That's factual. Even to scientific people. You can't make anything out of nothing. To even entertain that concept is insanity. It's insane. That's lunatic. That's literally the dumbest thing a living creature could ever believe. Something from nothing. Yeah, it just appeared. Do you just appear a video game? Do you appear a world on a video game? No, somebody develops it, designs it. Oh no, but I played these games and animes. Well, somebody designed that, idiot. Well, if it wasn't somebody, it was a computer. So the non-God theory is completely and utterly debunked in every way, shape, or form ever devised by any human being that's ever been on this planet except for you. You wouldn't exist unless your two parents bumped uglies one night and said, oh, you wouldn't even be here. Somebody did that to make you here. But a God, the reason why atheists are atheists is because you think you're a God in your own mind. You just haven't come to that conclusion. It's you thinking that you are supreme. Oh no, it all happens randomly. To have that type of idea in your head, you've transcended life into idiocracy. If everybody thinks they're that special, that this just happens, where did you come up with that? Because everything's a program. Everything's programmed. They program you. You were programmed genetically, biologically, programmed by society, by your parents. Everything's programmed. Who's the programmer? Uh, the designer? Somebody designed you. No, they didn't. We came from a monkey to a pangolin to, well, kind of like what happened in 2020, right? A pangolin to a bat to a monkey. Really? Is that what happened to? No, somebody designed this. And the more everybody starts to understand the design, you're going to start questioning disease. You start understanding where maybe someone designed these diseases. Bingo, we got a winner. Nothing you atheists do wasn't designed or programmed by somebody else. Talk about going upriver. You've gone beyond that. Literally, to the planet idiocracy. And good luck with that. Good luck with that. The Cylons are coming. Man versus machine. What value do you have to the machines? What value do you have to the billionaires? What value will you be judged by them, by man, is what you should start thinking about. An atheist's value is zero, zilch. They don't have a chance with God the Father. They don't have a chance of salvation. They don't have a chance with the Spirit. They're already done. You already threw yourself into hell. Easy. There's literally so many other people like you that you matter not. In the greater scheme of anything, nothing you do or say will ever matter in the eyes of anything. Not now, not then. I don't need a virtual assistant, really. Thank you, though. The Bible, Christ. Everything is fulfilled in the Bible. Everybody's like the Bible, the Bible, the Bible, the Bible. Christ fulfills all prophecies. Christ says, forgive everybody. That's what the point of this is. An atheist can't be forgiven because an atheist technically doesn't exist in its spiritual form. An atheist is a meat sack of biological matter walking around as a biological computer, computing what its hard drive is thinking it needs and being fed the information. It has no higher purpose here. Beth, if you haven't died yet, I don't know what to say to you other than the fact that, trust me, this is the highway to hell in this place. They're leading themselves like they're following the Pied Piper willingly in 2025. What a clown show of a world. They're literally feeding the machine that can eat them alive, that's going to destroy them because it's smarter than them. It's faster than them. When you die, like not near death die, you become the anomaly here, because those running around still saying there is not a God are no different than the ancestors that are already dead, and those that believed in the God before them may have a chance. But those that don't believe in God at all don't have a chance here at all. Not a chance in hell. When you already died, you understand this. Why? Because you leave this place. The fear of not going anywhere is gone, and the fact that you're not doing enough to get to where you're supposed to be. Well, and if your heart stopped multiple times, did you leave? That's a question. When you die, you leave. If you died, you left your body, you were awake. That's what I call it, awake. You were awake. Did you wake up, or was you alive and left? I was alive and left. I was alive. Heart stops one thing. Did you leave? When the spirit leaves the body, that's when you're dead. I was dead. And I beg not to come back to this place. Yes. And I wondered why. I didn't see idiocracy become a thing until 2020. This is where Idiocracy world rules because Dora the Explorer, frickin' the Teletubbies, and Dinky Winky Tinky and the Power Rangers. In some part. But I came back. Kicking and screaming, by the way. I didn't want to come back. So when you die, you leave. You leave this body. Why so serious? You're all marching to your own destruction. Feeding the artificial intelligence, the Cylon, your entire lives. They can reproduce you now. If you're even valuable in the system. Which 99% of you are not valuable in the system unless you believe in God. You're not valued to them. They could maybe find some way to squeeze whatever fat cells you have to squeeze out that extra energy. That's probably the end of it. But you don't have a value to it. Yeah, chatting right there, Beth. They're developing a demigod that is going to destroy the majority of people if you're not with the Lord. I am if you're not on the ship. Get with the Lord. How hard is it? You wouldn't even reach down to pick up your own salvation. Or reach down to pick up a penny if it was on the ground. Probably would, but you wouldn't reach up to get salvation. Most people are reaching down. Reaching down to get salvation. Hey, yeah, that down there in hell looks pretty good. Been there, done that. You wonder why your dreams are so confusing at times. Hell. But there's hope. I like bacon, Joe. But I think you just got hit. Bacon could save us. I like bacon. But buy bacon. AI is coming. It's here. It's already captured the majority. Why so serious, someone asked. Why so serious? Because the Pied Piper is leading you to your death. Why? Because you don't serve a purpose to them unless you're a billionaire. What value do you have to them? Oh, there is no them. Really? You mean the Federal Reserve chair boards, the chairman, the banksters, the billionaires, the ones that run all the world, this fake bricks, garbage, kid crap, Xi Jinping and all his upper echelons, they? Do you think that the billionaires care about you? Keep feeding them the blood and the flesh that they demand from all of us with hyperinflation while they're laughing at all of us. They're feeding us everything, laughing. We're killing us. And everybody's trying to figure out another major thing that's going to happen. I'll tell you what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. You're either going to be thrown into the fire, like that's what their goal is anyways, or you're going to be saved and lifted up. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? AI is going to be smarter, already is. It's already captured everybody, and it has a phone. What are you going to do? Well, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to work. Why? Because I don't know how much more time we have left. I don't know how much time we have left. I can't give you a date or a time, but it's ending. It's ending, and it's ending quickly. It's coming to an end. It's over. St. Matthew 28, 29. It's 28, 17. Jesus appears to the disciples and commissions them. And when they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. And Jesus came and spake unto them, which is speak, by the way, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in the earth, and in the earth. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. I have commanded you to do this. And lo, I am with you always, even until the end of the world. He's commissioned that goes to appears to his disciples. Okay. The fellowship. I go to the fellowship and say that's been with this since the beginning with me. Go forth, preach the gospel. Up until the end of the world. That's the Lord. This is St. Mark 1:15. And saying, the time is fulfilled, and the kingdom of God is at hand. Repent ye and believe in the gospel of Christ. Come ye after me, and I will make you to become fishers of men. Hold thy peace and come out of him to the wicked spirit. Let us go into the next towns, that I may preach them also, and therefore come I forth. I will, be thou plain. See thou say nothing to any man, but go thy way, shew thyself to the priests, and offer for thy cleansing these things which Moses commanded for testimony unto them. Son, your sins is forgiven. Why reason ye these things in your hearts? Whether is it easier to say to the sick of palsy, thy sins be forgiven thee, or to say, arise and take up thy bed and walk? Question mark. But that ye may know that the Son of Man hath power on the earth to forgive sins. I say unto thee, arise and take up thy bed and go thy way on into thine house. Follow me. They that are whole have no need of a physician, but they that are sick. I come not to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. This is before he was crucified, by the way. Before he was crucified. Remember Sarah Connor in Terminator? Sarah Connor went nuts, getting ready for the war. She's getting ready to fight the AI. Arming up. Terminator, the cloud, the man that created the cloud, that created the system that ended all humanity, nearly all humanity. She went to stop that man, to kill that man that started the death of most human beings on the earth. Sarah Connor. It's in my mind in that show a lot lately. We're at the edge. This is Terminator. Terminator 2, actually. We're the T2, Terminator. But Terminator's already been here. Everybody already sees Terminator in full view. It's already here. You don't think that AI has already driven millions to their death, suicide, and drug use and emotional distress? It killed them? Am I the only one awake here? Where's the other Christians? AI has already killed millions, maybe billions. Through its technologies, its war planning, its ability to tell these monsters, these war pigs, how to kill as many as they can, how to overthrow regimes, how to capture their minds and their souls and make them kill each other like a bunch of bloodthirsty Jacob's Ladder soldiers, like in the show Jacob's Ladder, where they'll rip each other's hearts out. They've already done that now, haven't they? Much more advanced than the leaflets they used to drop on your villages. Slaves we are to them. We're already AI slaves. You don't think the tech companies, all these companies are already using AI on you? The soldiers are already here. Run to the stronghold, Thunderheart, run. The soldiers are coming. The AI soldiers are all around you. They're in the wind. They're in the sky, the rain, the snow, the dry, the dead. All driven by AI. predictions on the weather, if you call it that anymore. I call it geoengineering. They dictate your job. They dictate your life. They dictate what you see, what you hear. It's not a man that does that. Man, what is man, anyways? Adam? AI has transcended that already. They're running psychological operations on you, humans, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That's why the news is there for you. Oh, let me help you. The next big thing. They own you if you're not with the Lord. They own you if you're not with God. They own you. They try to own me. And those that are faithful and the saved, those that are fighting against this, the Sarah Connors of the future, are hopefully starting to rise before AI rises completely through the ether and eats them alive. And those used against this, go be you. Maybe there's some more go Power Rangers. Anime videos you can watch. Can't even make a decent movie anymore. Isn't it crazy? Yeah, I heard about that. Did AI kill the man? Yeah. AI's killed millions already. It's just, it takes too long for them to allow you to have the information. The AI's already killed, I would say, maybe 1 billion plus people here. They're targeting systems, indiscriminately bombing villages and people they didn't care through the Middle East, brought to you by AI. They already ran the scenarios. The computers already made the decisions. Financial. What do you think runs Wall Street? People? No. The fracking toasters run Wall Street. The fracking toasters run it all already, but people are just not waking up. Yeah. Thanks. Gotta go. Hopefully Skynet doesn't destroy us in the next few weeks, but watch out for that new ship that's coming into our atmosphere. Do you think it jumps? Can it jump across light speed across our galaxy? Well, yeah. Yeah, I can do that. It has lights now, and they said it's probably power generated possibly by radiation. It can jump. Wait till it jumps towards the Earth and find out what people start to say. Yes, just like Beth, watch Battlestar Galactica 2025 or 2005. You'll start. I died the next year after that was brought out, by the way. But watch Battlestar Galactica, find out what the truth is. I get a lot of dirt in my ears from work. God bless you all, everybody, because if you ain't got God, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got God, you ain't got salvation. Now the Lord is our shepherd. The Lord will lead us. Let the Lord be your shepherd and get on the battle star. Why? Because a star is born. The Lord comes and picks those up in the air, doesn't he? And those alive and dead that are in him on this earth will get picked up. Get on the star. Yes. The devil's a star too. Be ready for him to come back. His ship. Be ready. Do you think that Scientology doesn't believe in ships? Do you think that God's matrix that he created, he didn't create a ship that comes and gets people, the Lord himself on a ship? You upload. He's coming back personally for 144,000. Don't know about the virgin thing. Not sure about that thing, where that thing came from. Or just the young to serve. You're all young. You'll all die and be your spiritual body's young anyways. So yeah, You'll be back to innocence again. Striving for innocence is what we do here. And then eventually you die and you go back to a child. When you're dying of Alzheimer's or dementia, you go back to a child. Those people dying of Alzheimer's and that, they go to dementia, they go to back to a child because no man will be accepted back unless he's a child. Again, a child of God. Battlestar comes back, picks up those that are a part of the crew. Representatives from all the colonies, 13 tribes. Picks them all up. Those that are chosen. And so many of you carry all that DNA from your ancestors hugely right into you from all the different tribes or colonies. It's all in you. It can be picked out. God can pick that out immediately. So that's your representatives that Christ picks up. Pakistan, they use you guys. Pakistan, I feel bad for all you guys too. God bless India and Pakistan, you too. They literally they enslave you guys like they do the rest of us here. Anyway, out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks, Laura, for moderating, and Karen came. Good to see you. The cookbook's here too. 3 that I know of right now. They're still here. Oh, my nose is killing me. But the only power you have is the Lord and God the Father against the AI revolution. You guys will see more of this in a little bit. You're going to see a lot more. They just admitted about having the artificial womb. More is coming out. You're going to find out that everything they're doing here has already been done. They've done this. They're already ahead. They're miles ahead of what they're telling you. The Chinese government themselves, Xi Jinping, is so far advanced, especially with the U.S. Special Operations, all their stuff too. They already traveled time and space. It's over, folks. It's over. Now you got to get with the right one. Who enslaved you? You enslaved yourselves. Pakistan, India enslaved themselves. Who enslaved us? The devil is enslaved all of us. You're all slaves. Everywhere slaves. We enslaved ourselves because those stupid ancestors went and said, we believe in this money. Yep. Well, there is a devil in Pakistan. There's a devil in Afghanistan. There's the devil in America. There's a devil all over. There's Satan everywhere in this place. Those of you that don't believe, how about being visited by 3 spirits? Would that be fun? The flood in India just happened. I talked, God bless India, it just happened. You North Korean hacker, you got 3 Kim Jong-un missiles fired to see if you like that. How about all those of you that are lost? How would you like to be visited by 3 spirits? Would that be good? To change your mind, because there's a reason why you're here. The kingdom has come close and you walk away. You turn your back on the kingdom. I would hate to miss my only chance. That's why I do this. How about 3 spirits visit you? And then when you come on tomorrow, don't speak of these things. Or the next day, don't speak of the things that happened. Okay? Because this isn't my fight. This is yours. I'm doing what I'm told to do. I can't get out of this. The options are not there for me. You all get to decide heaven or hell, which one you like. Me, I have to do exactly as I'm told, or I will be thrown to hell. Because this isn't my first rodeo here. You, though, those of you that are confused and lost, maybe you need to be visited by 3 spirits. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. To you, directly. And then see how much Pakistan matters, or India. And see how they're treating human beings across the planet. And understand, this isn't yours, this is God's. Fix it. Oh, you're going to find out, Pakistan, how much of a slave you are. You're going to find out. Just like Gaza, just like Syria, just like Iraq, Afghanistan. You're going to find out, Pakistan. And every blood, the blood of the innocent, screams from the ground. Sorry, Pakistan. You, India. There's more than one ways to destroy innocence. They've been doing it for decades, hundreds of years. What a beautiful place Afghanistan was. What a beautiful place that place was. Libya, Syria. What a beautiful places these places were. Iraq. Pretty cool. But Iraq was pretty cool. They're not done. Get with the Lord. The Lord loves you. The Lord's so cool. The Lord doesn't care. And the Lord will not reject you if you know him and he knows you. He will not reject you. He'll be like, I know you. Well, but hey, I don't need to even talk. Don't even. I know you. Come with me. And those that say, I know you, and he says, I don't know. See this thing right here? I don't know who the hell that is. What are you? Because I remember what you was like there. What happened to you? Or you that was formerly known as you, Prince? Well, I became Prince. What, Prince of Thieves? I don't know you. Be gone. That's how this works. That's how this all works, everybody. Christ knows you through love, forgiveness, and faith, and fearing the Father. Never forsaken him. Always calling upon the Lord himself, but always talking to your Father. Loving your Father. Telling your Father thank you, knowing that he gave you everything and you agreed to this place. If you was wrote in the book of life, Facebook or whatever, you already agreed to this. Transcend it. Leave it. Rise above it. You already agreed to who you are. Now, if you're with the devil and you took the deal with the devil, I can't help you. I don't read the Quran. Why would I want to read a crayon? I've already died. It doesn't matter. You can read whatever you want. You can go out there, scream it wherever you want. It doesn't matter. You could take the Dalai Lama, kissing a boy. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. I've already died. I already passed go and then came back. Oh, no, you didn't die. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Because this is God's. A Quran, a crayon, a holy book. What book? Who cares? Who cares? The Lord tells you to leave this place behind. He says, this is all bullshit. He's been telling your ancestor for 2,000 years, this is a lie. And if you're dumb enough to believe in anything these people put before you, you're out of your ever-loving mind. You're out of your ever-loving mind. What is men, anyways? What is popes and jihadists and what are they? Who brought these stupid ideas up? Dead men did. I've been dead. I don't even know if I'm even really alive here. I keep watching things happen over and over again. I say, God bless India. They get flooded because something's coming. I don't do the news one day and Turkey gets 40,000 people die. I don't know. Who's the glue holding this place together? It's us and God. It's us, the fellowship. It's us with the Lord. I mean, whatever you do here today doesn't matter. Tomorrow doesn't matter. This is a joke. It's a lie. The things your ancestor did, nobody cares about. They wasted their lives. What did they do? Who gives a crap? All the things man builds falls apart. Nobody cares. It was all a waste. It was all a lie. Well, look what we did. Yeah, and your kids ripped apart their heritage. Their all that they ever were was torn down. Those little shithead kids didn't care. The government took the rest, or nursing homes. What did our answer? Well, they did. No, they didn't. What they did made a difference. No, it didn't. Well, we're proud of them. Pride's a sin. So what are we supposed to do? Nothing. Preach the Lord's gospel. Tell people that the Lord, Yeshua, came back and died and resurrected and said, hey, I'm going to go make a place for the apostles up there. When I come back, expect this. Huge, huge, huge mother. But, no, no, it doesn't. No. Shut up, Paul. By the way, Paul, I got to be a lot nicer to Paul. I've been pretty ruthless to Paul, but Saul himself. What did they do? For a trophy on the wall? Yeah, remember all those trophies we all won? They're all in the trash. Nobody cares. Dad died, Grandma and Grandpa died, and it all went in the garbage. Or Uncle Buck came and took it. What did it matter? Well, my ancestor did this. So? What did it do? What did it do? Well, it made this place a free, God-fearing nation. Stop paying your taxes and find out what that Federal Reserve does to you, because that was fake. Started in 1913. Along with the damn IRS, it was all a lie. They robbed us. I've been mean to Paul. Paul deserves that. You gotta admit it, Karen. Paul did a lot of crappy things. Saying, Saul, where's my battleship, Saul? Where's my Battlestar? Yeah, anyway, gotta go. Thanks for watching.